Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. And as you can see, it is Paydirt review time again. And again, another, well, not bag, but jar of Lynch Mining's Paydirt. This one is their Gizmos Supremo, and I'm going to be continuing my series where I am re-reviewing some of the Paydirt I've done in the past where I got extremely good ROIs from. And Gizmos is one of those. I just did their Gizmos original and got an 89% ROI. This is their Gizmos Paydirt Supremo with 1 gram of gold added and guaranteed. So let's, now I know somebody's going to ask me because they do have not only the jar but the bag. But currently, when I ordered this, the bag was actually more expensive than the jar. And I just checked because I was curious if that was just an anomaly. But currently, the bag is $4 more than the jar. So I like the jars. It's, you know, anyone can use a good jar. It does protect it better. I prefer these over the bags, especially if I'm saving $4. Let's open it up, show you the gold. Oh. I was just saying that I'd never gotten an Apache tier in my Gizmos original review. And I didn't weigh it up, did I? Here, we'll weigh it up. And I don't know why I didn't weigh it up, but we'll do this. We'll tear this out and weigh it up. But the one thing is they don't actually say on their, see if y'all can see that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we'll see. They don't actually put a weight on their website. So we'll see, it should be just under a pound. So, but they don't actually say anywhere in the description the amount of weight it's going to be. So I don't think I'll penalize them for that. I knew it was going to be a jar of Paydirt. So that's what we're going to get. Really cool. First Apache tier ever. And I've bought a lot of Gizmos. So, and I just was saying, so I've never found a 10 gram nugget. So I'll say that now. So when I open up the Gizmos Supremo XL, maybe my thoughts will be answered. All right, so there you go. Let me flash up the description. And without any further ado, let's just screen this out and see what we get. Okay, finished screening it all down, and I have to say, plus 10, there's not very much in it other than the gemstones, and I did see some gold in there, and I can still see a little bit of gold peeking out. But this kind of equal amounts, maybe a little bit more in the minus 40, which is really surprising. The last bag, there wasn't as much in the minus 40, and I found no gold in it, so I'm hoping at least I find some gold in this because there is a nice little bit of that. And let's see, it's pretty dark, kind of looks like there's a lot of magnetite in it, and there is a lot of magnetite in this bag, so nice little bit. So if you use a magnet, you'll be able to clean out a lot of that finer material pretty easily. Still some in there too. We'll even check this to see if there's any. Yep. A little bit, not much, but there is some. Well, all right, I'm gonna go pan this out and find out how much gold's in here. I'm hoping last bag I got what, 0.56, and this is guaranteed a gram, so maybe 1.2, hopefully around there. All right, be right back. Well, finished panning everything out, and again, that was really easy Paydirt to pan through. There was no real silt, no floaters, nothing, no organics and things like that. And as usual with Lynch mining, the gold is extremely shiny. So let's just get to the gold, and what I found in the plus 10, I found a nice bunch of, they're not pickers, so we'll just call them nice flakes. I mean, I could pick up some of them all at once, but not individually. About 12, 13 of them right there. So that was pretty nice. And then a lot of gemstones. My first Apache tier. And then some turquoise and some peridot. Now, there was a lot of peridot in there. I just took out the biggest pieces because my son has so much peridot. he's kind of only keeping bigger and bigger pieces and filtering out the smaller stuff as he goes. So that's what I got in the plus 10. We'll put the gold over here. And then in the minus 10 plus 20, even more gold, but really not that much. Only 4 little bitty pieces. So I was kind of disappointed in that, but I have to say, once I saw all the big flakes in the plus 10, I really didn't expect to find very much in the lower tiers, just because, just by looking at that, that's a lot of gold in the plus 10. But in the minus 20 plus 40, I found even more gold, a nice pile of shiny Lynch mining gold. So was really, really happy with that. Made up for the fact that I didn't find very much in that classification. But then I got to the minus 40 and found no gold at all. Actually, to be honest, there was one tiny, very small piece, and I was working to get that one little piece out just to put in here, and it went into my catch pan. And I didn't feel like repanning everything out for one little piece. It was not going to change the scale. But so just imagine in your mind, there's one tiny little piece there that's not going to move the scale, not going to budge it, not going to do anything. It's right there. So imagine that. So there was at least one tiny, tiny little flake. But still essentially nothing. Now let's weigh this up. On the plus 10. Well, we were guaranteed a gram, and that's our gram right there. 1.030. So obviously this is going to be a better than a gram bag. In our minus 10 plus 20. Well, it actually budged the scale. I was surprised with that. 0.020. And then another big pile right here. The minus 20 plus 40. 0.555. And then lastly, I'm just going to add it in there to see if it changes scale. Our imaginary one little piece. Well, the one little piece did not adjust anything. So let's just add it all up and see what we got. There we go. 1.610 gram. There we go. 1.6 on the dot. 1.6. Call it at that. And I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my review. All right. Finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review. Let's get right to it. Again, this was from lynchmining.com. It was the Gizmos Supremo jar. It was guaranteed 1 gram of gold. Its cost was $64. Shipping was $9.60. Total cost $73.60. Gold recovered right here, 1.6 grams of gold. Gold spot on the day this was received was $43.72. Gold value right here, $69.95, which means my ROI is 95%. It's actually 95.14, I believe, but on my scale, it's a 9.5. So for fun factor, I'm only giving them an 8. I'm actually dropping this one down. Typically, I would try to keep it somewhere around the 9 or 10, but just there wasn't enough gold in 2 of the classifications. It was just pretty much all lumped into 2 classifications, so it kind of made half the dirt not fun. And it's still 8 is still a good score for a fun factor. I've had a lot of bags that were a lot worse. I just felt that it could have been better. So especially when you're going to have bags that have black sands, you're going to tell people about black sands, and there's no real gold in there. It kind of defeats the purpose of that. So for fun factor, I'm only giving them an 8. For Paydirt description, they do get a 10. The Gizmos do have good descriptions, which I like, and I'm glad they have those because these are my favorite bags from Lynch Mining. For quantity and packaging, they don't really state a weight on the jar, so it was right around a pound, and I'm happy with that. And the packaging, I really like the jars. They are much sturdier than the bags, and also they package these things much better when they ship these out. They actually ship them in a box wrapped in bubble wrap, whereas the bags they typically just throw in a small priority mail box and ship them off. So these I like much better than the bags. So getting a 10 for quantity and packaging. For customer service and shipping, they're only getting a 9. I did ding them a little bit because the customer service did take 5 days to get back to me when I emailed them, and that to me is a little bit slow. I did not ding them for the shipping cost. In this video, I did with the Gizmos, their original bag, because I thought $9.60 was too much shipping for that one. But in this one, they actually do ship it in a different box that is not a set value, so it can cost up to $9 to $10 depending on where you live. So I didn't think it was outrageous to pay $9.60 for a jar to be shipped. Just because Priority Mail does not make a square box that's cheap to ship that's that small. So total score for Lynch Mining's Gizmos Supremo jar is a 9.3, and really good. I'm really happy with a 9.3. Anyway, let me flash up the score and give away a 24 karat gold plated dime. So let me flash up the score here. Now for today's 24 karat gold plated dime winner, it's going to be Jeff Gray. So Jeff Gray, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And next Monday, I will be doing the Gizmos Paydirt Supremo XL, and it will be the last video in my series where I'm re-reviewing some of my best Paydirt sellers ever. So next Monday, last video of this series. Hopefully this is a good one. Thanks for watching, and happy panning.